Unraveling the mystery of the Black Dahlia. Elizabeth Short, born in 1924 in Boston, Massachusetts, grew up with dreams of stardom. She was the third of 5 daughters, and after her father's presumed death and subsequent return, the family faced many challenges. Elizabeth, known for her striking appearance and charisma, aspired to be an actress from a young age. Upon moving to Los Angeles in the mid-1940s, Elizabeth Short was determined to break into Hollywood. However, despite her efforts, she found it difficult to secure any substantial acting roles. The competitive environment tested her resolve, pushing her to take odd jobs and occasionally model to make ends meet. Los Angeles in the 1940s was a bustling hub of post-war activity and a melting pot of aspiring stars like Elizabeth. The social scene was vibrant, but also had a darker underbelly, which included frequent exploitation of young actresses. Elizabeth navigated these complexities while trying to find her footing in a competitive industry. On January 15, 1947, Elizabeth Short's life came to a tragic end when her mutilated body was discovered in a vacant lot in Leimert Park, Los Angeles. The gruesome nature of the scene horrified those who found her, marking the beginning of one of Hollywood's most infamous murder cases. The discovery of Elizabeth's body quickly captured public and media attention, spiraling into a frenzy. Newspapers splashed sensational headlines, dubbing her the Black Dahlia, in reference to her rumored penchant for sheer black clothing and the popular movie The Blue Dahlia. The media's obsession with the case began to shape the narrative around her life and death. The scene where Elizabeth Short's body was found was chillingly meticulous. Her body was severed at the waist and drained of blood, leaving her skin pallid. The corners of her mouth were slashed towards her ears, creating a grotesque smile. This precise mutilation suggested a killer with surgical skills or knowledge. Initial public reaction was a mix of horror and fascination. The gruesome details of the murder, combined with Elizabeth Short's striking appearance and mysterious persona, captivated the nation. Newspapers dubbed her the Black Dahlia, a nickname that fueled sensational headlines and drew unprecedented attention to the case. Forensic findings were sparse due to the condition of Elizabeth Short's body and the 1940s' limited technological capabilities. No blood was found at the vacant lot, indicating she was killed elsewhere. Fingerprints were recovered from her body, but they led to no immediate suspects, leaving more questions than answers. The police investigation began with a flurry of activity, examining known associates and potential witnesses. However, leads quickly evaporated. The lack of witnesses, the precision of the cuts on Short's body, and the clean condition of the crime scene left detectives scrambling for tangible clues. Various theories about Elizabeth Short's activities in the days leading up to her murder surfaced. Some suggested she was seen in the company of unidentified men, while others believed she was alone and possibly targeted randomly. The uncertainty about her final days added layers of complexity to an already baffling case. The tragic death of Elizabeth Short deeply affected her family and friends, leaving them grappling with grief and unanswered questions. Her mother, who learned of her daughter's demise through a cruel prank by a reporter, was particularly devastated. This event highlighted the personal toll behind the sensational headlines. The FBI became involved in the Black Dahlia case due to the national attention it garnered. Their forensic expertise, although limited at the time, helped in analyzing fingerprints and other evidence. However, even with federal resources, the mystery surrounding Elizabeth Short's murder remained unsolved, showcasing the complexities of the case. Public fascination with the Black Dahlia case was unprecedented. Elizabeth Short's life and brutal death captured the imagination of the nation, turning her into a household name. This obsession influenced various aspects of popular culture, including literature, film, and even fashion, reflecting society's captivation with the macabre. The initial stages of the investigation saw numerous suspects, from known criminals to acquaintances of Short. Each suspect brought new theories, but also dead ends. The lack of concrete evidence and reliable witness testimony made it difficult for authorities to pinpoint a perpetrator, adding layers of complexity to the ongoing investigation. Hollywood, the city of dreams, was significantly impacted by the Black Dahlia murder. Aspiring actresses in particular became more cautious, aware of the dark underbelly of the industry they were eager to join. the case served as a chilling reminder of the vulnerabilities associated with the pursuit of fame. The psychological profile of a potential killer in the Black Dahlia case suggests a person with deep-seated psychological issues, possibly harboring feelings of anger and misogyny. The brutality of the crime indicates a perpetrator who not only wanted to kill, but also to degrade and humiliate Elizabeth Short. Forensic science played a crucial role in the investigation of Elizabeth Short's murder, though it was limited by the era's technological capabilities. Basic fingerprinting and blood analysis were employed, but without today's DNA testing, many aspects of the evidence collected at the crime scene remained unresolved. The media's coverage of the Black Dahlia case was sensational from the start, focusing on Elizabeth Short's personal life and the gruesome nature of her death rather than factual reporting. This approach often compromised the investigation, leading to public misinformation and hindering police efforts by promoting unhelpful leads. Elizabeth Short, portrayed by the media as a mysterious and alluring figure, was in reality a young woman struggling with her aspirations and the harsh realities of life. The disparity between her real personality and the media portrayal contributed to the mythologizing of her story, often overshadowing the real person behind the headlines. Rumors of police corruption swirled around the investigation of the Black Dahlia murder, with accusations that law enforcement officers were protecting certain suspects or were involved in the crime themselves. These allegations added another layer of complexity to the case, casting doubt on the integrity of the investigation. The connection between Elizabeth Short's murder and other unsolved Los Angeles cases has intrigued historians and criminologists for decades. The similarities in modus operandi and victim profiles suggest a potential serial offender, raising questions about law enforcement's ability to link and solve interrelated crimes during that era. The enduring mystery of the Black Dahlia murder captivates the public imagination and illustrates the limitations of forensic technology of the 1940s. Despite numerous suspects and confessions, the case remains unsolved, underlining the complexities of criminal investigations before the advent of modern forensic science. Books, films, and documentaries have played a pivotal role in reviving interest in the Black Dahlia case. Each retelling explores different aspects of the crime, from its impact on Hollywood to its influence on American culture, keeping the story alive in the collective consciousness. The Black Dahlia case serves as a critical study in modern criminal investigations, highlighting how advances in forensic science, such as DNA analysis and digital reconstruction, offer new hope for solving decades-old cases. These technologies represent a significant shift from the rudimentary techniques available during Elizabeth Short's time. The cultural significance of the Black Dahlia murder extends beyond its mystery and horror. It reflects a deep-seated fascination with true crime in American society, serving as a dark tableau of post-war America grappling with burgeoning issues around celebrity culture, media sensationalism, and the American dream gone awry. The Black Dahlia murder, involving Elizabeth Short, is often compared to other infamous unsolved murders, such as the Zodiac killings and Jack the Ripper. Each case features a mysterious and elusive perpetrator, leaving behind a trail of cryptic clues that continue to baffle investigators and captivate the public imagination. Gender dynamics and victim profiling have played significant roles in the public's fascination with the Black Dahlia case. Elizabeth Short, a young, aspiring actress, became emblematic of vulnerable women in a predatory urban landscape, reflecting societal anxieties about gender roles and the safety of women in post-war America. The dark allure of the Black Dahlia murder has significantly influenced noir fiction and cinema, epitomizing the genre's themes of crime, mystery, and moral ambiguity. The case has been referenced in numerous works, helping to shape the aesthetic and narrative structures of noir storytelling. Elizabeth Short's legacy extends beyond her tragic death, intertwining with the broader narrative of Los Angeles' history. Her story reflects the city's mid-century transformation into a burgeoning metropolis rife with promise and peril, embodying the dualities of the American dream and its darker undercurrents. Recent technological advancements in forensic science offer a glimmer of hope in solving the decades-old Black Dahlia murder. Innovations such as DNA profiling and digital facial reconstruction could provide new leads, potentially bringing closure to one of Hollywood's most enduring mysteries. The impact of the Black Dahlia case on the families of the suspects has been profound and enduring. Relatives of those accused have often faced public scrutiny and suspicion, which has led to isolation and sometimes financial hardship as they dealt with the stigma of association with an infamous unsolved crime. In the decades following Elizabeth Short's murder, amateur sleuths have played a significant role in keeping the case active in the public's mind. Their relentless pursuit of new leads and theories, while sometimes controversial, has helped maintain a spotlight on the case, urging professional investigators to continue their efforts. The Black Dahlia murder has been a popular subject in art and literature, reflecting society's fascination with the macabre. This portrayal often explores themes of beauty and brutality, echoing the stark contrast in Elizabeth Short's life and death, and offering cultural and psychological insights into the era. Ethical considerations in the public's ongoing fascination with the Black Dahlia case are complex. While interest can drive investigative efforts, it can also lead to sensationalism that distorts the truth and exploits personal tragedy for entertainment, raising questions about the limits of acceptable public discourse. Maintaining factual accuracy in historical crime cases like the Black Dahlia murder is challenging. Over time, myths and misinformation can overshadow verified facts, complicating efforts to understand the true story and potentially hindering justice for the victim and their family. Maintaining factual accuracy in historical crime cases like the Black Dahlia murder presents significant challenges. Over time, details can become embellished or distorted as they are retold, affecting both public perception and the direction of ongoing investigations. Ensuring accuracy involves rigorous cross-referencing of sources and continuous scrutiny of emerging narratives. The Black Dahlia case has become a touchstone in discussions about police efficacy and reform. The initial investigation was marred by accusations of police incompetence and corruption, sparking debates on law enforcement practices. This case highlights the need for transparency and accountability in criminal investigations to restore public trust. Public perception of crime and safety in post-war America was heavily influenced by cases like the Black Dahlia murder. Such high-profile crimes fueled a sense of vulnerability and fear, impacting societal attitudes towards safety and the effectiveness of the police during a time of supposed peace and prosperity. The Black Dahlia murder is frequently used in academic studies, focusing on media influence and crime. Researchers analyze how press coverage and public fascination can affect investigations and the portrayal of victims and suspects, providing insights into the interplay between media and law enforcement. With advancements in forensic technology and investigative methods, there remains a glimmer of hope for solving the Black Dahlia murder. Future breakthroughs in DNA analysis, digital reconstruction, and data analytics offer potential pathways to uncover new evidence and possibly bring closure to this enduring mystery.